to this computer. All right. Welcome to the Straight Up Fitness live Zoom call for January 7th, 2025. I'm going to jump straight into some new things that I found that I know some of you are currently eating that I actually stopped eating myself. The very first one is, and I'll share my screen actually, I'll just look it up. I know some of you actually ate it because I saw it in your food logs, and I told you that it was great, but I'm going to tell you why I stopped eating it. And that is where are we at? Boom, boom. Google Chrome. That is brand buds right here. And the reason why is because, ah, anyway, the reason why is because just go to the picture. Well, you guys see it, right? Um, anyway, it's this right here, all brand buds. Um, I like to recommend fiber to my clients. And what you should know first and foremost is that for every 10 grams of fiber that you eat extra per day, that you add to your meal plan, that you add to your daily intake, you will basically live 10 years longer. It's not really like that, but your later years of your life will be so much better, free of ailments and free of many, many common diseases, such as very often colon cancer, problem with your digestion, gallbladder issues, and all that. It's very, very, very important that you get enough fiber in. And I have found myself that even if you eat broccoli and even if you eat potatoes and you eat all that, it's sometimes still a little bit hard to get enough fiber in if you're eating a lot of protein. So what I have found is that if you add in like a sorry, I'm getting a bunch of people still joining. Give me 1 second, participants. What I have found is that if you add in something like all brand or all brand buds, and what I usually do is I put it in my acai bowl, then it really bumps up the fiber, and it's that really grainy fiber, almost like that cruciferous fiber that really helps with your digestion. There's also this cereal called hey, what happened here? Hold on. Sorry. There's also this cereal called, some of you may have eaten it, Poop Like a Champion, and that's no joke. I guess you can get it at Walmart now. But so here's what I recommend. Here's what I recommend for everybody to do is stop eating all brand. Stop eating all brand buds. And the reason why is because it has this one ingredient called BHT. Let's go over here. So you see the ingredients. I'm not sure if you can see might be a little bit small. It has wheat bran, sugar, psyllium seed husk. It's all good. A little bit of sugar is fine. Baking soda, annatto extract color, and then BHT for freshness. So I thought it was all good. But, and this leads me to the second thing that I wanted to tell everybody, is that I'm not sure if you've ever seen Flav City, uh, Bobby, but let's just go to Flav City. He's basically a guy that goes through, damn, everybody keeps entering. Oh my God. Every time somebody tries to enter it, it interrupts my typing. Um, Bobby Parrish. What he does is he goes to grocery stores and he basically points out what's good and what's bad. Is your guide to shopping at Sprouts Farmers Market? So he'll go through. It's the best combination ever. Frozen French fries are always a very tough one. So he goes to grocery stores, and what he does is he lists out all the good and bad ingredients. Now, what he's very, 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 very anal on everything, but he basically says, you don't want to have natural flavors. You don't want to have not even sugar. If you're gonna have whey protein, it has to be organic whey protein. So he's very, very, very strict. But he has this app called Bobby Approved. So in his videos, he promotes it. He says it's an app that you can scan all your foods with, and especially if it has a barcode, then you scan it and it'll analyze all the ingredients. Now I found that hardly any foods are actually Bobby approved. but it's kind of interesting because it'll tell you ingredient by ingredient what uh is good or bad about it. Now, so I scanned all the stuff that's in my kitchen, and the All Brand Buds has this BHT, and it's basically an antioxidant that is banned in every other country but America. So then I thought, damn it, nothing is safe. So anyway, that's the first thing that I wanted to tell everybody is that All Brand and All Brand Buds, unfortunately, just get the Smart Brand instead. So if you go over to, let's just say, Smart Brand. I know some of you guys are already eating this, but this is the one. This is the one to get when it comes to high fiber cereal. And this is also the only one that is, really, really clean because it has wheat bran, oat fiber, cane sugar, psyllium seed husk, same as the all bran, barley malt extract, oat bran, whole oat flour, and sea salt. Nothing else, no natural flavors. So that brings me to the second point, and that is that on your phone, um, if you have a smartphone, then get yourself that Bobby approved app and just for fun, just scan your foods. Now, I'll tell you right now, maybe 70% of my foods in my kitchen aren't even Bobby approved because this guy is super anal about everything. And I don't even agree with everything he says because, for instance, he'll also say natural flavors. You want to avoid those because natural flavors are basically the FDA allows a food manufacturer to hide sweeteners and hide flavoring agents behind the term natural flavors, and it can really be anything. So he says you shouldn't eat that. But the issue is that natural flavors are almost in everything nowadays. So really, the only way to really eat super clean, according to his doctrine, is to only eat real food, single ingredient food, all that stuff. But for instance, like the Yasso bars, nope, can't have those. The Kodiak waffle mix, can't have those. So all that stuff. Some of them were really surprising too. But even the bone broth from Costco because it had natural flavors in it. So anyway, um, check it out. Check out the Bobby approved app on your phone and just play with it. It'll teach you as you go shopping what's good and what's bad. Now, if you scan a food and it's not approved, but it only has like one or two ingredients, that's a lot better than if you scan a food and it has 30 ingredients and you can see for every single ingredient why it's bad. So, yeah. So that's the second thing I want to tell you guys real quick. And does that make sense? Let me unmute everybody. Or actually, you know what? Has anybody ever heard of raise your hand if you ever heard of Flav City or Flav City or Bobby Parrish? Has anybody ever seen
I
one?
have I have Mike. I'm actually drinking his shake right now.
Oh, shoot. You got his protein
Chocolate peanut
shake?
butter. Yeah, chocolate peanut butter. It's great.
You like it?
Yeah, I don't like the strawberry, and I tried the matcha, or the yeah matcha, and then I drink his hydration packets, the fruit
Yep.
punch.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they're great.
Because supposedly he's the only one in the industry that uses real fruit and no natural flavors. But every single comment on his videos, or not every single, but a lot of comments on his videos. And by the way, if you want to see the real circus in a YouTube video, go to the comments. But a lot of people are complaining about, yeah, his protein powder is too expensive. It's $60 for like 20 servings. And I get it, but on the flip side, I also understand it because he does use organic whey protein, maca, I believe, all those really good ingredients. So yeah, that costs money, right? So
Yeah,
uh
the mushrooms, he uses the
yeah.
mushrooms in it, and it only comes out to like $3 and change for a shake. So if you were go to like some place to get a protein shake, you're paying like 8, $9.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and that's also that email that I wrote earlier this week about the ready to go drinks, the Premier Protein. I mean, even the Premier Proteins are like 250 and that's garbage. That's not even real whey protein. So, yeah, I was actually going to order it myself. The only reason I haven't ordered it is because I don't have my mailbox set up here. But I was going to order it myself. And the hydration packs too because my approach towards this, and this doesn't have to be any of y'all's approaches, but my approach is if I can reduce the risk of cancer by even just a couple percent, I'm going for it because right now in the fitness industry, or not just in the world on social media and just in general, there's kind of like two camps. You have the people who are just like, yeah, drink Diet Coke. That's fine because it's better than real Coke and it'll still kill your cravings for sugary drinks. And they're right for very obese people who are just getting started. But for me and for us on this call, we're a little bit more advanced, we're a little bit more progressive. I want to avoid all the bad ingredients as well. So I don't want, and also this is just my personal opinion. The people who support Diet Coke, who say that it's okay to have natural artificial sweeteners, who say it's okay to have natural flavors, it's okay to have aspartame, sucralose. My personal opinion is they've never been inside a cancer ward before. I don't, maybe I'm like overstepping a boundary here, but uh, if you've seen somebody die of cancer, then yeah, you're going to be a little bit more motivated to uh, omit all the bad ingredients. And the grocery stores in America is a freaking wild west, and it is like the, and that's why like Bobby Parrish, like he's controversial, but hey, he's doing it. He's making us aware of the ingredients that are in the food. So anyway, with that said, the third thing I wanted to talk about here was what else? That was I completely forgot to write it down. Um, it's really cold here. It's 20 degrees, but that's completely not relevant. Oh yeah, the protein cookie that I wanted everybody to make. Did anybody make it yet?
No.
Okay, I know nobody. I know one
Nope.
person, please. Shoot. Nobody? Unmute yourself if you made it. Well, I mean,
Yes, I'm making it right now. Check it out.
okay, cool.
It's
This
in
is good.
my it's in my air fryer right now.
Oh, that looks really good. That looks really good, actually.
Mhm.
Okay, what I have found, two things. Uh, it might need some extra honey or apple butter, or I got tart cherry butter here, which is something new, but that I've never seen before. It maybe needs more flavor, but they taste so much better after being in the refrigerator for at least 1 day. And they get really moist. At least mine got really moist, and they are pretty good. So I put them in my yogurt, I put them in my acai bowls, and just knowing that it's 280 calories for 20 grams of protein, I don't even like shoot, I don't even buy protein bars now anymore. So anyway, I put that challenge up for everybody because I wanted you to get creative in the kitchen because for everybody, I don't care who you are, Krista, Kelly, Lucretia, Letitia, iPhone, uh, you, your best food is going to come from home. Even you people that live in California with all your fancy restaurants. Ooh, oh, fancy. Oh, look at you. Oh, how nice you must have it. Even you, I know how you guys have it. Still, your best food is going to be made at home. And once you have that habit down, which by the way, I am forced here in Arkansas to do that, nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. When I went back to California to train, Flower Child is one restaurant that was really good. That is something like, ooh, that would take me quite some effort to make it home. And then the big restaurants, like Javier's and Morton's and all that stuff. But other than that, nah, no, I could easily make it at home. And that's the skill
Mhm.
that once you get to that skill, then not only is that's the to me that's almost like the true essence of making it a lifestyle because your health goes through your stomach and your abs are made in the kitchen, but also that's how you get your kids to, you know, follow your role and start falling in love with protein pancakes and all that stuff. So, with that said, let's go around real
Oh,
quick. Somebody said something? Nope. Yes, nope. All right. Real quick, I just want to go around and go over does anybody want to share like something really big, a big win? I got all your wins and the check-ins and all that, but does anybody want to share something, a big win? I'll give you guys like 20 seconds of awkward silence if nobody says anything. Okay, we have like 15 seconds to go.
I didn't eat that many tamales this season. That's a big win.
Yeah, how many?
Probably about half a dozen.
So 6.
Well, not in one day, throughout the season,
Yeah.
the
So
Christmas season.
6 throughout the season. Six throughout the whole
Yeah.
2024.
No, no, no. Christmas, December. Let's say December.
Isn't it
And
wasn't it wasn't like 6 a day.
no,
No, 6
total,
for the whole couple
total.
weeks.
Yeah. Plus, I had it with eggs, so there's a protein for you.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Really good point.
Also,
Go ahead.
also me, Leticia only ate one, and even though like my mom made like a whole bunch, I just tried one of them for
Wow.
Christmas.
And that was you ate one of the traditional ones with like all the
Yes,
masa and all that.
with the meat, yeah.
Did you still
So
enjoy it? I
I'm
mean,
proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it mostly because I know I was the only one that I was gonna eat, so I ate it
mm,
so slowly.
I actually asked Alexa how many calories are in a tamale, and she said 180.
yeah, it all depends on size, of course,
Yeah.
It's like one time I went out with when I first got to America, I went out with some friends and I said I was on the fitness trip and they weren't. So they said, "Hey, can we just have one beer?" I said, "Yeah, you can have one beer." And then they came back with like this big giant mug, that's like the size of their head. So, yeah, like one tamale can be big or small. But the big lesson here is also like we used to have Patricia Novato, what used to come to Straight Up Fitness. She goes to Hawaiian Gardens now, but she's on vacation. But she used to make tamales with blue corn masa, and then she would put bison in there. So
Oh.
you can make any food, worthy of you. So that's where it's at. Once you get to that level, then you do become to the outside world somewhat of a food snob, but so be it. I mean, I'd rather be that than be like, with all due respect, be like everybody else. Any other wins aside from not eating too many tamales? And now I see who JJ is. It's Jose. There we go. Does anybody else have any
Hi,
wins?
Jose.
Hi guys.
Jose's sitting in his office overlooking the city,
Hey,
plotting on what
Michael, this
move.
is Lucrecia. Can you hear me?
Yes, Lucrecia, hi.
Hi. So, my big win is I made it to Reading. I'm driving back from Reading to Sacramento, after a very long day, and I still made this meeting.
Yeah, that's a big win.
Good
And
win.
that's also, just for
So,
reference, Lucrecia, she this is a little story. So we moved the gym from La Mirada to Hawaiian Gardens, and Lucrecia was probably the most vocal one about how it wasn't going to work and their drive was too far, and rightfully so. It is quite a drive, but then this is kind of like a testament to like you don't know until you try. So then she came in, and I think Lucrecia, like even though your first session, like you were still very skeptical even on their first session, right? Driving to Hawaiian Gardens.
right, obviously it was a big change, and I was, I was almost like rebelling against the idea that you were leaving, I think. So part of my psyche was telling me, no way, Jose, I'm not going all the way to Hawaii Gardens. But, I kind of had to give in. But to be perfectly honest, it's worked out. I mean, I carpool with Sandra, and we just got it down. Like, we know the streets that we're taking, and it's taking us about, even this week after traffic is all back to normal, it's taken us about maybe 25 minutes to make it back.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
And you found certain streets that are a lot faster than other streets, right?
The best route at this point, honestly, it's Carmenita, because the lights on Carmenita Boulevard are just so well synced. You just basically can make it through, and even when you get stopped at the lights, you're not stuck at the lights too long. So I like Carmenita. It turns into Moody. We take it all the way to Lincoln, which becomes Carson, and we're there in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's from the east side of Whittier, which, I'm very surprised, and I'm very happy. I mean, we still
Yeah.
miss you, Michael, but the gym is great. I like the gym a lot.
No, Sandra's not here, but Sandra texted me and said, so everybody knows Sandra. She comes at 6 a.m. She's a great person. but she Sandra is still upset about the Netherlands knocking Mexico out in 2014. And if you know anything about that, it was because we got a penalty in the very last minute. So Sandra still has a little, she's still a little bit hurt by that. So anyway, when I texted her, I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She first thing she said was, "Oh, Lucretia doesn't miss you. She doesn't miss you at all. She likes the new gym."
What?
And you know what? You know why?
What?
It's because the Netherlands knocked Mexico out in 2014. And I was like, okay, it's okay. But what I was gonna say for Lucretia, because you tried, you still made it work. You know, I don't know if you guys remember that game on your phone called Angry Birds. I don't know. Maybe some of you played it. Maybe I had used to play it. I don't know. But there was like this game where you had to knock out all these pigs with a bird, and then it would get harder and harder and harder. And every single level, it was like, wait, how on earth am I gonna do that? But then you shoot your first bird, and it's like, oh, well, if I knock that one out, then that one knocks down, and then oh, and then I shoot that one, and then that one, and oh, and then you just every level got so much harder. Where if you go straight to level 13, you'll like quit right away. So, segue into your fitness journey. Um, and this is actually something I'm writing an email about tomorrow. And don't take this the wrong way, but the average IQ level, like, where am I going with this? The average IQ level is under 100. I read this lately, last week. And so that means that over half of people are not really that smart. Yet it's always the people that really aren't that smart that are oftentimes more successful than the people that are very smart. Because the people that are very smart, what do? They overthink everything and they prepare too much and they wait too long for the perfect time because they want everything to be right because they know better. Whereas the lesser intelligent people, they just take action. And by taking action, you make more progress, you get more forward momentum. Case in point, with all due respect, maybe, I don't want to offend him, but Jake Paul, for instance, does anybody like him? I don't think so. But he's a millionaire now because he takes action. So he was doing like call me maybe dances 5 years ago, and now he fought Mike Tyson. Everybody hates him, but he gets there because he took action. So anyway, let's segue back to Lucretia. Like you would have never found it out if you hadn't tried it, and that goes for everybody. Like, so, not everybody's at a different level here. Some of you guys already have good momentum. Some of you guys need to get started again. Some of you guys had some bad things happen in December, or everybody's different. Everybody has their own journey. But just a simple act of taking action gives you momentum. It's a lot easier to turn the steering wheel on your car if it's moving versus when it's standing still. So, I know that's maybe a little deep, but I hope that kind of makes sense. All right.
Can you
So
repeat the hours? Can you repeat the hours and the days, please?
the hours and the days. What do you
For the
mean?
gym. For the gym.
Oh, it's 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8:30 a.m., and then we got 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, they have
Every day?
No, that's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Tuesday they have they don't have 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Yeah. But
Saturday, 6 a.m.
oh, I forgot. Saturday, 6 a.m. and also a Saturday, 8:30 a.m. Well, I'll send it out. I'll send out the schedule. I don't want to tell you something wrong. But Monday, Wednesday, Thursday for sure. It's 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m. And then the Tuesday is 8:30 a.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m. That's more cardio, more like old school boot camp. And then I need to look up what the Fridays are. I don't think they have a Friday evening session. I'll email it out to you guys. Um, real quick. Does anybody else have, let's skip the wins. Is anybody stuck on something? If you are stuck on something, don't be afraid. Or if you have something that's like holding you back, or you have something like, I wonder how that works.
Sugar. What's a good sugar? Like if I wanted to make like protein donuts or whatever, and I would need to use sugar.
Mm. Yeah. I think, in my opinion, the protein powder makes the recipe. So for instance, like my acai bowl, the flavor is determined by how the protein powder tastes because I never ever add sugar to my foods. And I don't think anybody in here should. But what you could do, for instance, in that protein cookie, it asks for monk fruit. So instead of sugar, I would choose a sweetener, a monk fruit sweetener that is not sweetened with erythritol or anything like that. And I can send you guys a link of the one that I'm using. It's all natural. That's what I would do. I wouldn't add sugar. If you want real sugar, then something like an applesauce or even like what I just got, a tart cherry sauce, something like that. And yeah, so I wouldn't add sugar. There is one. It's on the shopping list. There's this mango butter, I believe, and it's. I don't know if you guys ever saw the. Mm, I have to look it up. But anyway, yeah, don't eat sugar. But with that said, if you log all your food and you end up with like 30, 40 grams of sugar and it's all from fruit, that's very different because if you have your sugar come in from fruit, then there's a lot of fiber with fruit. It's less glycemic. Also, if you have natural fruits along with protein, protein always slows everything down. This is also why I don't want any of you to just eat snacks. Don't eat snacks unless your snacks are protein snacks, but then you might as well just eat a whole meal. The more often you tax your digestive system, the more mileage you're putting on your digestive system. Instead, I would have you eat 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day, no snacks in between, because a lot of times that's empty calories as well. Also, if you do just eat, let's say, sugar by itself with no protein, then it gets absorbed a lot faster, it gets digested a lot faster. Whereas if you eat it with protein, it's like your digestion is like this, and if you add protein, it kind of like it's like it has to perform more work. It takes more work to digest the protein. So yeah, 3 solid meals, no added sugar, unless it's from real fruit. Does anybody else have anything that they're stuck on? You know what I'm gonna do actually? I think this is a good idea. I just came up with this literally right now. I'm gonna create a little like form, and then before the Zoom call, uh, you guys can ask me questions and submit them before the Zoom call, and then I'll just have questions to answer, so we don't have like these awkward silences. But does anybody else have any things that they're stuck on? Anything else they want to share? Anything at all? You can also just stay anonymous if you want.
I do, Mike.
Yeah.
I seem like it's tough to hit my protein and to put my vegetables on the plate too. I mean, I don't know, I just need to do it. I've been seeing your meals and you said that you're pretty much every day, right? Eat the same thing every day.
I do, but part of that for part of that is laziness because I just know how to make that. But mainly that's because I just love I love red meat with sweet potatoes. I just love it when there's some vegetables and then the way I feel afterwards too, and the energy I have in my workouts the next day. And I just feel amazing. So yeah, but to be honest with you, that meal, that red meat with potatoes and vegetables, that's my lowest protein meal. My highest protein meals are I have my acai bowl in the morning, and if you guys don't want to have an acai bowl, you can have a protein shake or whatever. And then at night I have yogurt. Those are higher protein meals, just easier protein. So, but yeah, I do think everybody should have 2 to 3 meals that they love, that they just absolutely look forward to. And kind of like what Leticia was saying, she knew she was only going to have one tamale. So knowing you're only going to have one tamale, knowing this is your only tamale, well, you're going to savor every single bite. And that's also the secret with other countries like Japan or Costa Rica or all the blue zones. When they get a delicacy, or if you go to Japan, for instance, I've never been there, but uh Lubianka's on this call. She went there and she came back. She brought me some chocolates from Japan. So I thought, oh, that's nice. And then she showed it to me. They're tiny because in Japan, that's what they do. They give you a little tiny little piece of chocolate and they savor it. But in America, we have it all twisted where we just gorge things down and the serving sizes are crazy. Average American eats like 3,600 calories a day, which is insane. I mean, if you lift a ton of weight and do sprints all the time, then maybe. But to answer your question, hitting protein, just look at the easy sources first. Make it easy for yourself first. Like I have an acai bowl every morning, every day, and then Greek yogurt. I mean, even if you add protein powder to Greek yogurt, just like a couple cups with protein powder in it is already going to be like 30, 40 grams. 2 scoops of protein powder is 40 to 50 grams. Piece of meat is 50-ish grams, let's say 40 to 50 grams. Then you're already at 150 grams right there. So
Just
now,
go super lazy to put in some, from someone who's not like super ripped like you, Michael. I
what's
just put
that?
in like to give some advice from someone who's like normal and not like you, Michael.
Mhm.
Um, I do the Siggy's Greek yogurt, like 2 servings of that is like that's like 40 grams right there. And then I put 1 scoop of this Kino collagen,
Yeah.
and like that's another like 20. So that's like almost 70 or 60 grams, right? Like first thing in the morning. And then that's like halfway there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And by the way, guys, Kino Collagen, I love that brand. That's also why it's on my shopping list. I believe it's still on there because they have, and they're not Bobby approved because they have natural flavors, but it has MCT in there as well, medium chain triglycerides. It kind of gives you that energy. It also really kills cravings. But yeah, no, Michelle is absolutely right. 1 scoop of Kino Collagen is 18 grams of protein. Put that in yogurt. Siggy's is like 100 calories for 18 grams of protein or something like that. So, I mean, yeah, it's very easy to hit your protein. That's what I do myself.
Hey,
With
Mike,
the,
your acai
yeah,
bowl, does it have any greens in it?
you can add whatever. I actually this is also new, which I didn't want to share because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But I started so the beauty of a protein shake or an acai bowl is that you can put all kinds of powders in there. And if you go to Walmart, because that's what we do here in Arkansas, then there's this little part, there's this little aisle. There's this little part in the aisle of all the aisles that has healthy stuff. And they have moringa. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Moringa, um, maca, chia seeds, cocoa nibs, holy basil seeds. They have them here again. And they have camu camu. And these are all basically like plant-derived herbs from mostly South America. So I started putting moringa in my acai bowl. Now, do I feel it? I don't know. I already felt pretty good, but yeah, you can always put spinach or even kale in your protein shake. You're not even gonna taste it because especially if you put it in frozen, it just kind of gets blended in. So, but it doesn't really count. I don't personally, I don't count that because I want to chew my vegetables. I want to eat asparagus. I want to eat broccoli. I want to eat Brussels sprouts because then I know that I'm getting the whole thing. That's why I'm also not really for those juices. Those juices are fine, but you're not getting the fiber. You need the fiber. Back in the caveman days, we didn't have juices and almond milk and all this stuff right here that all the housewives drink.
I have a
Um,
question.
yeah.
So how do you feel about having protein powder twice a day? So I typically do my morning shake, and then I'll have 2 meals at night, or during the like after that, right? So I'll have my protein shake and then maybe some eggs, and then I'll have something else for lunch, and then sometimes excuse me, I'm not too hungry, so I'll go home and have yogurt or cottage cheese, and I'll want to add powder, but then I don't know. I guess I get stuck on should I add the powder or should I not?
Yeah, it can't hurt.
Hmm.
The issue is this. You're gonna have that most people when they take protein powder, they'll have it every day. Most people that take protein powder, they're gonna incorporate it into one of their meals every single day. So that's why I always say that protein powder is going to be the fakest food you eat. That's why it has to be a good one. For instance, the one that Arlene is taking, it's pretty expensive, but it's that it's good ingredients. Um, Now, the more often you take it, the more sure you have to make that it's actually a good one. I wouldn't get the one from Costco that's like Optimum Nutrition that has, for instance, sucralose in it. However, there are people who do it. And do I have any studies to show that sucralose is going to kill you? No, but that's just my personal take on it. So, in my opinion, your protein powder has to be as clean as possible. And I'm going to try to only take things that don't have natural flavors in it, which I started last week, but I went to Costco and it's like, damn, this is hard. It's natural flavors and everything. So the cleaner your protein powder, the better. But there's nothing wrong with taking protein powder twice a day. I do it. Actually, I do it now every day because I have my creamy here and I have my acai bowl with protein powder and then have my ice cream at night. So yeah. Shoot, you only live once. Kind of, sort of, you know. That makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, look, people who say like, oh, you're drinking all that protein powder, you're taking all that pre-workout, you're working out again. Yeah, at least I'm not drinking beer or doing meth or something like that. It could be a lot worse. Like if working out is your addiction, that's a great addiction to have. For me personally, I for sure am addicted to working out. If I don't work out, that doesn't exist in my world. It doesn't exist.
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
Sorry, it's Cynthia. I have a question for you.
Yep.
So, I know you don't like to hear this, but I don't take any dairy at all, but that's because I have I'm going to a doctor and all that. But what he did recommend, because I did tell him that I needed more protein, I do have, the meats and stuff like that, but I don't do yogurts like the Greek yogurt. I do like the coconut yogurt and all that. But what I started to do to those yogurts, because they're so low on protein, I started to add like the hemp seeds, chia seeds, flaxseed, because the doctor actually is the one that told me that to stay away from like some of the stuff, not because it's bad for just it's more of a personal thing because of what I'm going through my medical stuff. So
Yeah.
the other thing that he said, because I wanted to start having whey protein because I was having the plant-based protein.
Yeah.
And he said to try, I guess there's like a hemp, am I pronouncing that protein
Yeah.
too? And he said that that's good. What do you think about those proteins?
Ideally, no. Plant-based protein
Okay.
powders were plant-based protein powders were originally Ozempic was originally invented for people who were diabetic.
Mhm.
The what is it? I think the gastric bypass or the sleeve was
Mhm.
originally
Okay.
no, sorry. The Atkins diet
Okay.
was originally created for morbidly obese people just so they can lose weight real quick so they can get ready for liposuction or a gastric
Mhm.
bypass surgery. Then it became popular mainstream. The what did I just say? What else did I well, anyway, um plant protein powders were created by hippie vegans who
Mhm.
with hairy armpits and all that. But then it became people are always looking for quick fixes. People are always looking for secrets. So
Uh-huh.
here's the deal. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to go through the hard struggles of crawling through the mud and
Mhm.
actually working out, hitting their calories, hitting their protein, and drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, blah 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 blah. So
Mhm.
what we do instead is our human nature is to look at secrets, look at quick fixes. So we think, oh, plant-based protein powder, maybe that is the reason why I'm not losing weight. So that's how the plant-based protein powder industry is now making money because people are thinking that that is better. It's not.
Mhm.
The best protein in the world is what? What food?
Red
Your
meat.
meat?
Eggs.
Okay. Yeah, no, your eggs,
Oh,
yeah.
I
And
was
he
Yeah, yeah,
did,
close.
eggs.
yeah.
Red meat is good too. Red meat, red
Yeah,
meat is good
no.
too.
And then he
Uh,
did tell me, I mean, he did tell me, make sure you're eating your eggs. And he actually said, eat your red meat, stuff like
yeah.
that.
So
But
anyway, I was just saying, like, okay, I'm sorry. Just to continue, the, the plant-based protein powder will never be as good as whey protein powder.
okay.
Whey protein powder will never be as good as red meat. Red meat, and eggs.
Okay.
So whenever you get more modified, you lose potency. And the problem with plant-based protein powder is it doesn't have the leucine. There's an essential amino acid that is missing, and it doesn't
Okay.
help as much with rebuilding muscle. Now, with that said, if you like it, take it.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's just not as good as whey protein.
Right. Okay. All right.
I
No,
could have
okay. And
just
like, sorry.
Yeah, I could have just told you that, like, yeah, it's fine. But I just want you to know, like, I wouldn't only take plant-based protein
No,
powder.
no, right. Yeah. Okay.
But
No, no.
if
And I mean, like I said, I eat all my eggs and I eat my red meat. And again, I'm doing this more, because of other issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mainly. So I was like, you know what? Let me ask, or
When I
let me
was
throw it out there.
Yeah, when I was in what happens is, I don't know if anybody has any elderly that they take care of, or anybody that goes or that has that. When I was in Arkansas last year, or taking care of Kathy, she had a knee replacement and then she got cancer. Long story short, the doctor recommended her to get the Ensure protein drinks. And I don't know if you guys know what those are, but those are basically just the most chemically enhanced garbage drinks you can get at Walmart. But people just buy it because their doctors tell them. So it is good that you ask that, because unfortunately, uh, the only doctor you can really trust is that weirdo that doesn't have a driver's license that only makes herbs. Like, think about it. In the 1800s, in the 1900s, early 1900s, in the 1850s, and all that, like, doctors were considered quacks.
Hmm.
Who the hell is this? This guy in a white jacket telling me how to be healthy? Everybody was already healthy. They were living off the
Right.
land. And now,
Yeah.
the whole medical industry
Yeah.
is different now. So
Yeah. And
anyway.
that's one of the things that this particular, I think I had mentioned to you. It's like he's a holistic
Yeah,
natural doctor.
Oh, he's
So
holistic?
a
not
lot
the
of the
business.
stuff, yes.
Wow,
He's
somebody.
holistic. So a lot of the vitamins and stuff that I take, it's all clean stuff. He makes sure that I'm taking like the clean stuff. He doesn't like none of the
Oh, that's
sugars
good.
and stuff like that.
No, that's
Yeah, so
good.
it's
If it's
not a regular doctor, but
Yeah, no,
um
that's great. If you find a
okay.
holistic doctor, then stick with that.
Okay.
Like, I have one, and if anybody wants this information, I can send it to you. He is really backed up though. Like, he's really busy, but like, if I know anybody that gets cancer or whatever, I'll just send them straight there before
Yeah,
they.
I had a friend, that's why I went to this doctor because her mom had cancer, and or they thought she had cancer, and she ended up going with him, and he helped her out. So that's why I'm going to him. Where's your doctor at?
Monrovia? Monrovia? Yeah,
Oh, oh
Monrovia.
okay, on Maine.
I don't know. It's in the, like, this whole
My doctor's in Monrovia.
oh, he's in this church. David
He's
Craig David Craig Allen? That's not his name, is he?
No, it's actually uh high or something like that. But
Nice.
he's in Monrovia. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
missing one.
Wait, let
Of
me mute somebody.
course,
Hold
why
on.
not?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see. Okay, real quick. What's one thing you need to get done? Does anybody have one thing they need to get done, or one thing they want to commit themselves to? One thing they're like, all right, I got to do this next week. I'm going to commit to doing this because next week we're going to have another
I
Zoom
need to
call.
drink my water. I have to drink more water.
How much water are you drinking right now?
Um, about I think maybe like 4 to 5 of those little bottle of waters, like the regular water. Right now, what I started doing, because I know 7 of those equals a gallon. So I'm literally buying cases of them just because I want to make sure that I'm putting my water in.
Yeah. Are you not drinking enough water because it's cold or something?
You know what? I don't know. I really don't have a reason. I just I used to drink a lot of water and I don't know what happened. I honestly I don't know, but my goal is to drink my gallon of water a day.
Yeah. Well, it's 20 degrees here, and I find myself that, yeah, the only way, well, the best way for me to get more water in is to just basically take like 5 or 10 sips at a time. Whereas
Yeah.
if it's just regular temperature, I'm okay with it. But I kind of like notice it too. Like if it's cold, I don't want to drink that much water. But yeah,
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we're at 48 minutes. Does anybody have anything else? Let's see. I'm getting some.
I'm gonna try
Oh,
to get 7.5 hours of sleep every night
yes.
next week. That's my goal.
Oh, yes. Wait, how are you gonna do that? What's your action plan for that?
Uh, gonna go to bed earlier when I put the kids down instead of trying to stay up and watch TV with the wife or something. Just
Yeah.
cut out all the screen time at night and go straight to bed after dinner, basically.
What time do you stop eating?
Well, now I'm in trouble. Now she heard me. My plan's foiled. No, usually I'm about to eat like right now. So 6:37 is
Yeah, yeah,
when we usually eat because like she just got home 15 minutes ago. So
yeah.
then do the boys a bath, put them in bed at like 8:15. So my plan is to just go to bed at the same time I put them to bed.
So like get to bed by 8:30-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing that for a while, but I got out of the habit over a lot of things got out of the habit over the holidays. That was one of them.
Yeah. I'm writing this down. So Cynthia drink water, Michelle going to bed at 8:30 a.m. And yeah, anything else you can do to improve your quality of your sleep? Do you play white noise or are you okay with falling asleep? You're okay with
Yeah,
sleeping.
I have a hatch thing, like a sound machine, the rain, uh, noise. Jake, no, thank you. Bring to me. Um, sorry.
No, that's fine.
uh,
And
yeah, so I have the white noise, and then I have the mask. Yeah.
all right.
So I try to put the mask on to block out all the light because like we have the TV in the bedroom that's never on, but it's there and it has the red light and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So,
Okay. Yeah, it takes practice, and that's out of all the things you can do, that's one of the hardest things you can do is sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is one of the hardest things you can do.
yeah. And
Anybody
then
else
if
want
these two stay in their beds, then that's the win.
to? Yeah,
All right,
that'll only
I'm
get
muting.
better with time. Anybody else want to commit to anything? Krista, are you still there? Or are you just lurking? You're just being a lurker over here.
I'm gonna get to bed a little earlier so I can get to the gym at 8:30.
All right.
I just got home, so I've been listening. I'm all better now. I've been sick, as I told you, for 2 weeks. I got the bad flu. So my commitment is to get back to the gym.
Yeah. Do you need the address or you know where it's at?
Yeah, I don't need the address.
All right. Uh,
It's an easy drive too, so I'm excited to go back. It just I got so sick. I'm just so thankful that I'm better now.
all
So
right. So
thankful.
everybody, Krista is the one that dresses in all black. Make you kind of stay away from her. She just got, no, I'm just kidding. But
No.
no, that's good to hear. Arlene's gonna go to bed earlier. That's good. Easier said than done, guys. Going to bed earlier. That's people gain weight. People, for lack of better words, for with harsh words, people get fat at night because you're at 0 calories when you wake up. Then you have your first meal. You're at 500 calories. Then you're at 1,000 calories. Then you're at 1,500 calories, whatever. But then at night, if you have that dessert or if you have those extra bites, then you go over your calories and then your whole day is kind of ruined. And then it's 7 p.m., 8 p.m. You know you're supposed to go to bed, but then it's like, oh, let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And then, the only time you burn fat is when you go to bed. So, Huge
Michael, I have
commitments.
one more question
Yeah.
before I have to go. So if I'm at 1,400 calories and I go over 100 or less or 100 less, is that am I still in the good range of calories?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
It's all about staying consistent.
Okay.
The most important thing, and I'm not saying that this is you, but the most important thing is just staying honest with your food logs and knowing 100,000%
Yeah.
for sure that
Hmm.
those are the amount of calories that you're taking in.
Okay.
Because,
Perfect.
like, I don't know how many calories I'm taking in, but I kind of do it by feel. And what I like to do is I'll like once a month, I'll just log all my foods I'm eating and I'll be like, oh, okay, that's where I'm at. So I kind of know I need to
Okay,
this.
perfect. Okay, because that's what I was gonna ask you too on a personal level. I kind of eat the same thing Monday through Friday, and then I log it, and then Fridays or Saturday and Sunday I do stay within too, and I'll add it. But some like you just said, I'll lock it one time, but I know what it is and how many calories it is. But I wanted to find out first if I'm consistent with that, if it's 100 or 100 more, if I'm okay as long as my protein is on point.
Yeah, that isn't, yeah, no.
Okay. Okay.
When you're talking like, should I eat 1,400 or 1,300? Like that's some fitness
Mhm.
model stuff, you know? And that's like if you're really, real like 100 calories more extra is only going to make a difference if everything else is on point. You're going to get more returns worrying about the quality of your sleep, meditating
Got it.
maybe,
Okay.
reducing some
Got it.
stress.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
All right, so Claudia, I got your message. You're gonna go to bed by 8 p.m., walk 10,000 steps a day, and just continue your routine. The kids are back in school. And Krista's gonna go to the gym, go to the Hawaiian Gardens again. Uh, Anybody else? Ivy, do you want to commit to something? Commit to doing something? Miss Harris, not Kamala, but
Michael, I
Ivy.
want to commit to something. It's Leticia.
Oh, Leticia, yes.
Oh, yes. I wanted to commit to logging my food again because I stopped after you left. So I want to be able to log my food again every day.
All right, cool. Logging food again. Leticia,
Yeah. And staying in my calories at least 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes, absolutely. And keep up the good work in the workouts.
Thank you.
Ivy?
I'm gonna be leaving because I have to go into a meeting, but
No worries.
it was nice talking to all of you
Yes,
and hearing
absolutely.
all
And
the positive.
yes, I'm sorry, what was that?
It was nice talking to all of you guys and hearing all these positive things that you guys have to say and keep us motivated.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we appreciate you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next week. Um, Anybody else? Kelly, are you still there? Kelly Williams or Graves? I don't know. A lot of times I have two last names for you guys. So, no, yes. Kelly, are you there? No, yes. Mute, unmute. All right. Jose, you want to commit to something? You're gonna put a new exhaust on your Porsche?
Oh God. No, I don't want to commit to anything.
All right, that was it for Jose. Everybody, round of applause for Jose.
No,
Something at least.
Michael, this
Zane's
is
gonna
Trisha.
commit to staying awesome.
Oh, Jose is so great. Oh, look at him shine.
da, da, da.
No?
I gotta eat better. That's all, and stop drinking beer.
Okay. It would have been so funny if what you were about to drink would be a beer right there.
No, it's water.
It's water. All right,
Yeah,
good.
I gotta finish one of these.
That's good. That's good. All right. Anything in particular, like small little step? Anything for Jose? You?
Um, not this time. Maybe next time we talk, I'll have something ready.
All right, cool. I'll check in with you next week. Jose Ramos is gonna stay awesome. That's what I'm gonna put.
Yeah, right.
Um, all
Michael,
right.
put it in the chat. It's Kelly.
Yes. Hi, Kelly. There we go.
Sorry, kind of crazy at my house right now. I'm babysitting.
Okay. You're I'm sorry, what's your daughter's name? Kendall. Kendall's daughter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Everything's good. Is everything going well?
Everything's good.
So do you want to commit to doing something this week?
I said I was going to
Yeah.
log my food. You don't look at the chat, huh?
This is not one here?
The chat. Oh, yeah. Hello. You just did it like literally 2 seconds ago. Committing to logging my food, babysitting, lots of noise in my house. Kelly Williams. Okay, now I also know your last name. So, all right, logging your food. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Next week, Judge Judy is going to be me, and I shall see all y'all's logs. So I'm looking forward to that. Everybody, yeah, thank you so much for coming out. And what I'm gonna do for next week, and I'm gonna put a little form together, and I'm gonna send you guys the link, and you guys just put your questions in there so that I'll have some ammo beforehand before that Zoom call starts. Also, I want to let you know for everybody going to Hawaiian Gardens, they are going to run a little challenge, and it's going to be 15 weeks, and at the end there's going to be a photo shoot. It's only 100. Well, I have to say it's only $100, and I recommend you guys just do it. It's kind of like an extra accountability, if anything, for the pictures. Um, yeah, they will let you know what the details are, but just giving you a heads up of what they're going to do. I still do recommend that you do everything that I say, but they can also help you with the meal plan and all that. But um, that's what they're going to do. And also, I do recommend, I actually do like their protein powder, I got to say. The Simple Eats. It tastes really good. It does have natural flavors though. But also Teresa. Is it Teresa or Teresa?
Teresa.
Teresa. So yes, I remember. Um, no, so we're no longer at La Mirada, but everyone is going to Hawaiian Gardens now.
Oh, much better for me, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Because you're in
Yeah.
Downey or no?
No, no, I'm in Long Beach,
Oh,
but I go
shoot.
to Cerritos during the week.
Okay.
So
So I'll send you the address. I'll text it to you right now.
I've been there.
Oh, you've been there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there, but I don't quite remember the time frames. I know I
Yeah.
got 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. And what was the other one?
I'm gonna type it in the chat right now. Let me
Okay.
type it in the chat real quick right there. Okay, people are asking also for the holistic doctor's information. Yeah, I'm typing it up right now. Anybody else have any closing comments? Anything they want to say?
I'll send you my information to the holistic doctor as well, Michael, if you want to share that with everybody as well, so they have at least two options. I
Yep.
know that my doctor too also has a waiting list. But honestly, he is amazing. I'm sure just like yours.
Yeah, it's so crazy that these holistic doctors they like they do everything opposite. Like,
Yes.
yeah, and they have waiting
Yeah.
lists like crazy, and it's
Yeah,
just
he has a waiting list, and I honestly could tell you that he's helped me, and he's still helping me with, and I'll say it straight out because I'm not ashamed of it, like hormonal, and he completely deleted, and he helped me with symptoms and everything, so I don't get any of that. And it's all been
yeah.
through natural medicine and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. If you guys want to see something kind of funny, go to the South Park episode or go on YouTube and look at the South Park episode of navigating the American healthcare system. And it's about, they want to make a claim, and it's like they send it to like some guy in a dusty old office where it's like, no, we reject all claims. And it's like they're in forever loop and all that. The American healthcare system is an absolute joke. And the number one cause actually of personal bankruptcy is people who get people without proper insurance
Medical. Yeah.
that get hospital bills. It's the most twisted thing ever. But the schedule is in the chat, and my holistic doctor, I sent his phone number. Does everybody see it in the chat? You got it, Arlene? You got the schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
cool.
Michael, this is Lucrecia. I can't look at the chat because I'm driving. So would you mind sending it as a text?
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll just send it through the training app. I'll do that.
Just a holistic doctor. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna call him and make an appointment, tell him that I sent you. Maybe you'll get in earlier. I don't know. But if you guys all go together, also he really likes, and this is gonna sound weird, but he really likes Hispanic women. He's very appropriate, but yeah, he's gonna tell you all about it. But what would be perfect is if I go with you guys, because then he'll like, yeah. But anyway, maybe.
Michael, so we can just go to the Hawaiian Gardens gym?
For you, yes, because you signed up for the coaching program. Yes. So
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
But
And then
text me.
I have a quick question
Yeah.
that I keep hearing about and wanted your opinion on. I keep hearing how regular water kind of is not good for us, can actually be keeping us dehydrated. And they're recommending like that we should put some baking soda, but like the Red Mills baking soda, and kind of
No.
just sip as your body requests.
No, first things you can do is just drink water. And then you're probably gonna get enough salt in with your food that is gonna keep you hydrated. Now, if all you do is drink only plain water, then you're not going to hydrate yourself because it requires sodium for you to actually retain water. But if you like are just starting, then just drink water and eat your real food. You'll be fine. That's already enough of a battle. Now, what you could do is look into little hydration packs. They have like sodium, potassium, a little bit of magnesium, I believe, with a little bit of sugar in there as well, because that opens up your gut lining basically, and it helps you absorb everything. So, but water, water is water. You can just drink spring water if you want. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's a good question though. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Let me see. I got one more text. No. All right. All right. If you guys need anything, reach out. And thank you so much for coming. And stay tuned for next week. And then I'll send you guys a little form, probably on the weekend. You guys can fill it out. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Mike.
I appreciate you as well, Jose.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night. Have a good night.
See ya.
Thank you. I'm
Good
going to
night.
bed. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.